Alright guys, I got here down to the creek. I'm going to start unpacking all this and get to work here in a minute. Here's how I got my setup. This is the Pacer 200 gallon per minute pump, and I got it going into the deepest pool I can find in this creek. And then not only am I screening it through the strainer that it comes with, but I'm also using the 8 mesh strainer there from Keen. Here's my highbanker / dredge combo setup. Those are the drop riffles. Double drop riffles, and then above that I got a little recovery area there with miner's moss, and then under that miner's moss is raised expanded, and then the fines settle out in there, and then it screens off the big stuff, and everything about a little bit bigger than quarter goes down there to the other sluice. And I got my dredge nozzle over here. I'm fixing to start dredging. I'm going to work the side of this bank. Okay, working. Looking pretty good. See the sand? Time to get dredging. Fixing to do a little cleanup here. See how it's catching. I dredged for maybe 30 minutes, if that. There's the miner's moss. There's a little pile. I'll pan this out right now. Show you guys what I was catching. Everything. And here's what was there. Some small stuff. Pretty much like I expected. I mean, but that's good, it's catching that small stuff right there. So I'm gonna try and see what's in this bottom sluice next. See how it compares. But not bad. Like I said, this spot's never been that good for gold, so I didn't expect to hit a bonanza here, but the main thing is just testing my equipment and making sure it's ready for when I find a really productive area. So far it seems to be doing really well, but we'll see. There's how much gravel I've moved. So really not that much so far. This is why I like a drop riffle sluice box rather than a standard Keen or something. All you got to do is pull it out and then wash it down into your bucket. It's a whole lot easier than changing out all the matting and the carpeting and all that stuff and strapping stuff down. And the recovery is comparable as long as you got your system tuned right, which I guess we'll see in a minute here when I do a cleanup how small a gold I'm catching, if any. Alright guys, this is what was in my bottom sluice, the wooden drop riffle. There's one nice one there, and then some really super fines right there. Those are 150 mesh, some of them. And then there's that nice one. So really not that much in the bottom sluice, but the ones that are there, they're small. That's pretty much what I expected from this spot. Like I said, it's never been a really good spot for me here. Alright guys, so I got greedy and I had my first rock jam of the day after about 2 hours of dredging. And so I stopped to go ahead and do a clean out on the miner's moss up here. And I just now got down to a layer of brown, well, reddish brown clay that's decomposing right when I had the rock jam. Looks like some kind of saprolite. There's where I'm working right there. And I'll show you guys. I haven't run it very long since my last cleanup, but that's why it's important to get to some kind of bedrock or saprolite or something like that. Gold's looking a whole lot better already just for a little bit of dredging on it. And also, I moved that big old rock there with the quartz stringers in it. So I'm anxious to get down underneath that and see what's in there. And somebody drinking some Milwaukee's Best light. Ain't me. I'm an ice house man. But anyway, so I'm going to get back to work here. I'm going to go ahead and put some gas in it and get back to dredging this hole and see what's on the bottom. I got greedy again and plugged up the nozzle. So rather than stop and start, I went ahead and did another cleanup of the miner's moss up top. And this is what it's looking. That's probably 15 minutes of dredging. So I'm definitely getting down to the right layer finally. There's how much stones I got now. Starting to get a lot. Pretty soon I'm going to start shoveling these underneath over there, get them out of my way. And I'm fixing to do a cleanup of the bottom sluice. I got it sitting over there, but I haven't washed it out yet. I got to change out some buckets here. I didn't bring enough buckets, so I'm going to have to dump my concentrates in a pan, and then that way I'll be able to tell what I got at bottom sluice. But anyway, beautiful day out here. I'm enjoying the weather. First nice day we've had, and first day we've had sun, and I don't know how long. Alright guys, I just did a cleanup of my bottom sluice. Here's what I'm catching. That's some 150 mesh right there. And there's one nice flake. And a bunch of 150 mesh. So it's catching pretty good. And I did 6 pans of tailings, and I couldn't even find 150 mesh in my tailings. So I think this thing's catching really well. Should be ready for me to take it to the bigger gold fields, and this was mostly just a test run. So here's where I'm working. I've been expanding this hole from where underneath that rock was. There's another big one, that one right next to it. There's some old bricks and stuff. And see, what I'm trying to do is dredge down deep enough here, get this whole thing cleared off so I can set my foot valve up here and then dredge down there, because I know there's better gold down there for some reason. And I still got this all apart from where I was cleaning out that last rock jam, but you guys can see where I'm dredging. I'm going to continue on this corner right here and go up more this way, and see the gold kind of tapers off as it gets up there. I've never found good gold, but it seems to be getting better back around this side. So I'll move off some of this overburden and get back to dredging here in a minute. Also, I wanted to show you guys something I had to do. I added Lexan pieces down here and a rubber flap to keep the water at the high angle deflected on the sides to go in the sluice. And then it's got a deflector here to push the water down. Seems to work pretty good. Stopped to do a cleanup because my back was kind of sore, and that clay continuing to produce some fines. I'm working that clay layer right now almost exclusively, and the gold's getting better. One nice flake right there, that's about 16 mesh. Or 20 mesh, somewhere in that range. I haven't even cleaned out the bottom sluice. This is just what was in the top. So it's looking pretty good. A lot of fines. Alright guys, I'm going ahead and starting to pack up my stuff. My last cleanup wasn't bad. I didn't even bother showing you the mat. The bottom sluice, because it was that bad. I mean, there was a couple little specks in there, but most of it was up in that miner's moss. So here's the hole I got, and I'm going to start packing up my stuff. And now I got a hole next time to put my foot valve and dredge further downstream. I got it all packed up. Heading out. See you later, creek. About halfway back to the road. Time to stop and take a drink, take a break. Here's my concentrate from all that dredging. It's really not that much. That's what I like about that little drop riffle sluice I built. It really concentrates only the heavies. It tends to boil out a lot of the lighter black sand. So I just got done panning out my concentrates for my first real dredging trip with my 2.5 inch combo I built. And man, I did pretty good for as little bit of time as I spent dredging. Here's how we're looking on the cleanup. Anyway, that's my take for the day, and I'm happy. Did way better than I would have done just panning or sluicing up there. And considering I had a 20-minute hike in and out, so 40 minutes, and I probably only dredged for about 3 hours. It's really not a bad take, especially considering that part of the creek's never been good. So looking forward to going back and hitting another spot that's a little bit more productive. And as always, thanks for watching, and I got more videos coming up soon.